Okay, so going on to the next example, no? Again, if you have any question from our previous example, just ask it to be, okay, through online right before the final exams, okay? So that we can entertain it. Okay. So example number 2, we have naming ethers, no? So this time, instead na alcohol, no, ang bibigyan natin ng name is yung ethers, no? So what do you mean by ethers, para? Okay, so from your manuals, no, ibig sabihin ng ethers, yung alcohol kasi yun yung 'di ba, the formula for water is O H, no? Or we have H2O. Okay? So yung sa alcohol, kung aalisin natin tong hydrogen na to tapos papalitan natin ng hydrocarbons, so yun yung alcohol. Okay? Sa ethers, okay, kung aalisin natin itong hydrogen, itong dalang hydrogen, tapos lahat natin papalitan ng hydrocarbons, okay, so yan na yung ethers. Okay? Yan na yung ethers. Okay. So now, so for example number 2, sabi dito, provide the IUPAC name or International Union of uh, Physical, International Union of, basta, no? Union of Applied Chemistry, if I'm not mistaken. Okay? So, provide the IUPAC name and common name for either shown here. So, okay. So, kasi may dalawa tayong way of naming the ethers. Meron tayong IUPAC name and at the same time, meron din tayong common naming. Okay? So, step number 1. So, for step number 1, number the carbon of the longest chain again of an ethers where oxygen is connected. Okay? So, where oxygen is connected. So, in this case, since yung number of carbon dito is 1, 2, tapos dito is one number of carbons is 1, 2, so the same. So, either, no, the same yung number nito. So, either dito ka magbase or dito. Okay, so kahit saan dyan, as long as magkaparehas. So, sir, what if dagdagan ko pa to dito ng CH3? So, ito is magiging CH2 dito. So, anong mangyayari, sir? So, dito ka magbabase, syempre. Kasi dito, naging 3 na yung number ng carbon mo. Dito is 2 lang. So, dito ka magbabase. Ito yung lalagyan mo ng numbering. 1, 2, 3. But since here, ito lang naman yung 2. So, kahit saan dyan. So, in this case, sa example na to, ginawa natin is, dito tayo nag-number sa bandang right side ng oxygen. So, we have CH2, CH3. So, we have 1 and 2 kasi 2 carbon. Okay. So, yun yung that conclude step number 1. So, for step number 2, identify the name of an ethers by noting the identify the name of an ethers by noting the number of carbon on a long chain where oxygen is connected, no? So, okay. So, we have, sabi dito, since the molecule is made up of an ethoxy group. What do you mean by ethoxy group? Ito yun siya. Okay, ito yung tinatawag nating ethoxy group. Bakit siya tinawag na ethoxy group? Kasi supposedly, kung wala itong oxygen na to, ang name nito is ethoxy. Ethoxy. Bakit? Kasi 2 carbon. Okay, so since meron tayong oxygen, so mangyari is magiging ethoxy. Okay? So bakit, sir? Bakit isa ethane pala? Or bakit pala yun siya, sir? Ethoxy. Okay. Bakit pala yun siya, sir? Ethyl group, no? Kasi 'di ba supposedly kung itong part na to dito, itong CH3, CH2, this would be derived from CH3, CH3. Okay? Or this CH3, CH3 is yun yung tinatawag nating ethane. Okay? So, since ito siya is nabawasan siya ng isang hydrogen, so, naging ethyl group na lang siya or ethyl. Okay? Ethyl, no? Ethane, ethyl. But since nabawasan siya ng isang hydrogen, tapos ang naipalit mo is yung oxygen, so instead na ethyl, so ang name niya supposedly is ethoxy, no? Yun ibig sabihin nun. Kaya in here, sabi dito, the molecule is made up of an ethoxy group, okay, attached to an ethane chain, okay. Since ethoxy group is connected to number 1 carbon of long chain, so ito yung ethoxy, So you have ito yung ethane. So therefore, the IUPAC name would be ethoxyethane. No, ethoxyethane. Bakit yung ethane natin is 1, 2. So dalawang carbon. So therefore, ethane. So ethoxyethane. Okay, so sir, question. What if, sir, ito siya is for example, sir, lang example. What if, sir, ito siya is dinagdagan ko ng CH3 tapos ito siya is CH2. So, di ba, sir, tatlong carbon siya. So, ano yung tatlong carbon, sir? Ang tatlong carbon is, if I'm not mistaken, methane, ethane, propane, no? Propane siguro, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, tama, propane. So, tatlong carbon, sir, tapos may oxygen. So, ano yung name nun? So, ang name nun is, di ba, yung, kung wala yung oxygen, propane, so propane, no? Propane. Okay, since meron na tayong oxygen dito, na nakakonected sa kanya, so therefore, instead na propane, ang magiging name niya, supposedly, therefore, would be, propoxy, no? Propoxy. Ito siya, mawawala yung YL dito, so magiging OXY na lang siya, or propoxy. So, yun yung name niya actually. Okay? So, yun. So, ganun pa rin sa other names, no? For example, for butane or butane, okay? So, its group is butyl, tama? So, kung kukunikan mo siya ng oxygen, so, alisin mo yung YL na yan, so, mangyari is, butoxy group. Okay? So, yun. Butoxy group. Okay. So, for step number 3, find the common name of ethane. So, you have ethane. Okay, this would be the IUPAC name, no? We have ethoxyethane. For the common name of this ethane, so you have CH3 dito, tapos dito siya is CH3CH2, dito siya is CH3CH2. So, ibig sabihin, ang gagawin mo lang actually for common name is to give a name for the right side of the oxygen and the left side of the oxygen, and then adding either, no? So, just add either. So, for example, this one, since this is ethane, this is also ethane, so dalawa. So, therefore, di ba, pag dalawa, ang gagawin lang natin is di. Dadagdagan lang natin siya ng prefix na di. So, therefore, ang mangyari is diethyl ether. Okay? So, where ethyl is yun yung ethane group. Okay? And ether is yun yung stands for ether na hydroxyl group.